Howdy, folks. How's everybody doing? All right. So, we're gonna, you see, I actually have my camera on today. We're gonna be trying something a little different. We're gonna be playing Endless Legend 2. Now, some disclaimers. I'm kind of a strategy nerd. A little bit. I am also absolutely enamored with Hooded Horse as a publisher. Every game I have seen with their name on it and have played that has any strategical depth whatsoever has been fantastic. I am a lore nerd. I am a music nerd. I just like everything about most video games. So, we're going to give this a roll. I'm going to go ahead and hit play here. I have literally 30 seconds worth of playtime. I'm hoping the introduction that I used to set up the view for this is still going to play. I canceled out the game hoping that it would still do, and if not, we may hunt down and see if we can find it. But without too much further ado, I'm going to get it rolling. Mm-hmm. And I still have the new Warframe soundtrack just riddled into my head. There we go. Let's frickin' go. We may have to adjust our camera as we get into here because I don't know what the UI looks like and where things are.
Hi.
Oh,
I'm Derek. Everyone here at Amplitude Studios is excited to share the world of Sayada with you. The game is still in development,
Sayada.
so what you're playing isn't final. Over the past months, the game has been refined and expanded based on feedback from players, including insiders and demo participants. In the next few months, that process will continue with your help. Right now, work is underway to improve the UI for smoother navigation, enrich the art, expand and rebalance gameplay for more depth and variety, and enhance the AI to be smarter and fairer. During early access, tell us what you enjoyed, what surprised you, and where we can improve, whether it's gameplay, bugs, or other details. Your feedback is invaluable and helps shape the game's future. So, jump in, have fun, and welcome to Endless Legend 2.
And see, this is why I like early access games. Straight up, this is exactly what I want.
Many things. I have been many things. God. Wanderer.
Captive.
But the names I have had are nothing compared to those I will soon earn. For I carry a searing flame that has flickered yet never extinguished, and an iron mantra that cannot be broken. The waiting will soon be over. Freedom. The unfortunates will suffer, but this was never their world alone.
Parasite.
That which was forgotten will be remembered.
Lost.
That which was buried will be freed.
Kill them.
That which was wronged will have its vengeance.
Nice. Already points for the video at the beginning. I hope it wasn't skippable. What I run into most as somebody who plays a ton of early access and demo content is that people complain about the state of an early access game as if it was a full launch title. Now, I've been playing testing builds of software and games for, let's see, I can trace it back, 27 years. Since closed alpha of World of Warcraft, the original So, yeah, I'm very familiar with the concepts of what happens in an early access title. Betas, alphas, all the fun jazz. I love exploring and looking for bugs and poking and prodding at things, and most importantly, providing feedback and getting results from that feedback. Not just in, oh, you need to fix this, but hey, this felt this specific way. If it was supposed to, great. If it wasn't, let's fix it. So let's kind of dig in here just a little bit. By the way, as a disclaimer, I do not believe I've ever played Endless Legend 1. If I did, it wasn't a game that grabbed me enough. I have put thousands of hours into all the Civ titles, RimWorld, all that fun jazz. So, thank you for playing Endless Legend 2. I'm trying to check my audio. I think, hang on, I'm going to turn down the game volume just a little bit. Hopefully that's a little better. Thank you for playing Endless Legend 2. This game is still in active development. You may encounter bugs, performance issues, or incomplete features. We appreciate your honest feedback and encourage you to report any issues to our team by following the links on the main menu. Your input helps us improve and deliver the best possible game experience. Please note, we are collecting gameplay-related data to help us identify and fix potential problems. This data is for internal use only. If you would rather we didn't collect this data, you can opt out in the options menu. We're excited to have you along for the journey. Welcome to Saeda. I hope I said that correctly. So, they already tone, video at the beginning, music. I am loving this. Alright, let's see what we got here. Saeda is an ocean world where the majority of the inhabitants have endured long years surviving on isolated islands. Only recently, terrible storms have shattered the world, bringing the factions to breaking point. Choose how you want to experience the epic story of Endless Legend 2. Okay. So is this going to be more story-driven, despite being a 4X? Let's look at our settings here. Let's look at the accessibility first. Cinematic subtitles, yes please. Diplomacy subtitles, yes please. Accessible drag and drop. If enabled, replace all drag and drop by click only drag and drop. We should be okay with standard. Color scheme, standard, font size. We don't know enough about what's going on to set basically any of these settings. We are good here. No, we do not want to mute while in the background. Thank you for that. Okay, so obviously multiplayer. Clock format, 12 hours. Just kind of looking to see if there's anything like that previous setting that we should just enable mandatories. Mandatories prevent you from ending your turn under certain conditions. No research. Turning off. Okay, so I'm okay with that. That will, especially early on, that will prevent us from making mistakes. I am going to turn down the master volume just a hair here. Hopefully that's good. Autosaves, yes. Autosave frequency. Adult focus. Nah, we don't want it simplified. All right. So, let's start with a tutorial. As a new player, discover the core mechanics through a guided experience before continuing the game normally. Kin of Sheridan. We are the children of Garin. Once settled, doom wraiths will disrupt cities and camps. This is already feeling very Heroes of Might and Magic, even though it's supposed to be 4X. man, the audio fidelity is... Okay, Waterworld asteroid has struck. Forge a new home. We, kin of Sheridan, have suffered on this world, seen our numbers decimated, seen our original commander lost to its mysteries. Now, with our faith in our steel, we must rebuild anew. Ensure Saeda is a worthy home of the Emperor, or is a home worthy of the Emperor. Whoops. Read words correctly, Runic. Let's begin. Let's see how good this tutorial is. Months pass. In the aftermath of the starfall, the kin of Sheridan are scattered and impoverished. However, they are a faction of proud warriors who still remember their origins among the stars. Now it's time to come together and rebuild. General Natalia Shaparenko. Leader and advisor, Bodor Hadrada. Hadrada. See, that almost sounds like a linguistic greeting. Hadrada. If I was in another country, I would assume that would be like, hello. I have grim news for the kitten. Sinisal Hollis died of his wounds after the storm and the quake. We lost a good soldier and a good friend. So, am I being recalled to active duty at my age? Well, I swore an oath, and I stand beside it. But it feels like the starfall was a message, like Saeda is angry at us. It's a strange... Okay, so... Again, I've played a lot of games. One of my pet peeves, as somebody who is a lore nerd, I read tons of novels from fantasy to sci-fi to everything. No one thinks their planet is strange. They think the times are strange. They think the new things are strange. But no one thinks of where they live as a planet, unless they are traveling stars. These don't really look like starfaring folk. So, like, dialogue-wise, we're a little off here. Again, this is an early access title. This is probably a stand-in, throw-together tutorial. I would expect nothing less. Why would you spend so much time on a new player experience for people who are constantly going to be playing the game over and over and over again to help you improve it? That'll be a whole different playtest. It's a strange planet, Hajra, and full of mysteries, but that's tomorrow's problem. Today, we need shelter and supplies. Right, General. I'll muster whoever I can to get to work. Found your capital city, 200 dust. Wow. That's an odd currency. Dust. On Saeda, you have to build your empire while facing other rival empires. Let's start by finding a nice place to found your capital city by exploring the surrounding area with your army. Okay, so this is an army. We see a 2, we see a symbol. We're not... So the symbol matches what's up here. I'm assuming that's like our racial symbol. Ken of Sheridan? Yeah. This button is locked at this stage of the tutorial. Sweet. Okay, does this... Aha. That enables yields. All right, and we're dealing with a hex grid. We're feeling very Civilization 6 at the moment. So we have 50 dust. Dust is stored at the Empire scale, so it is just a currency. I am a huge fan of these. These are some pretty hefty tooltips over here. I love it. All right, so left click on your army to take control of it. Okay, so it's hovering me over this instead of over these, but I think it's going to end up doing the same thing. This is your army panel. Your army currently contains 2 units. On the map, it is represented by the most important unit. Here, a legionnaire, visually made up of several pawns. A legionary. Okay. On the map, it's represented by the most important unit. I'm not sure I understand. It makes it sound like whoever the game deems most vital is what shows up, and this is stackable. But it's not exactly terribly clear. Oops. Armies have a few shared statistics. Does this have... Yes. So the last game we played that had really good tooltip diving like that was actually Tavern Keeper. And they had literally an entire quest in the tutorial to show you how the nested menus worked. And it was fantastic. For instance, movement points 3, okay. For the turn deplete when crossing terrain, this amount is always determined by the unit with the lowest value in the army. Okay, so that feels very much like Heroes of Might and Magic and also Total War, where if you combine 2 armies, you are, and I won't say Heroes of Might and Magic depends on the version. They always like waffled back and forth as to whether or not the individual units had movement. I think 4, that was one of the few features they added to 4 that I really, really liked. I can't remember if they kept it in 5 or not. This amount is always lowest value in the army. Let's see how far your army can roam this turn. Well, we know exactly how far they can roam. What do you mean? Right-click on nearby tiles to explore. Okay, let's kind of zoom out a little bit. All right, we have a mild land here. We are surrounded. I assume these are trees. Yep. So we don't have a good way through to clear visual fidelity. From an idyllic standpoint, I think this is probably our best target. This looks still raised. Yeah, see how these are lowered? So if it sticks to normal rules of a game like this, we should be able to see more from a raised position at one side of the trees. Okay, so right-click that, left-click there. All right, and we had to go uphill, and trees probably took more than 1 point. Yep, movement costs 2, movement costs 2. That's okay. Just kind of trying to get a feel for where things are. For a better map overview, you can use the scroll mouse wheel to zoom in and out. Yeah, we already found that. Illuminate tiles to show your vision over the... Illuminated tiles. Wow, I cannot read today, guys. Show your current vision over the terrain where you're able to see others' armies. Shaded tiles, the fog of war, indicate where you no longer have direct sight. Okay, where do we see fog of war and how it... Okay, I can't move around to see that. As you may have noticed, each territory has a fixed frontier delimited by a line of dashes. Okay, yes. We can see that, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything yet. Note that a territory can always contain only a single city or camp. Okay. So, borders are a thing. Can they do joint borders? It talks like it can't. You can left mouse click this button, toggle on and off the display for terrain resources. We found that instantly. I appreciate y'all pointing it out, though. Ideally, your capital should be surrounded by tiles that provide multiple resources. Here, I would recommend multiple different types of resources. For this tutorial, let's find your capital within the limits of movement points your army can use this turn. Okay. Click on the Found Capital button, then left-click on the terrain tile, which can be reached this turn to validate the action. Okay, so clicking this isn't going to found the capital immediately. Okay, so from a problematic standpoint, I can't see what's behind here. So our resources are just going to be food and... I mean, I would have preferred here. Maybe here. For a greater variety of resources, but we'll make that happen. A few buildings and a palisade is hardly an empire, but it's an important start. It's time for Shaparenko and the newly reappointed Seneschal Hadrada to rebuild. Well done. We have a roof, though little else, and I have not heard from the Roch since the Starfall. It's time for sweat and hard work, and that's the part we're good at. And don't worry, Rock will show up. He's too ornery to die. Okay, so this is an individual. A differentiation between an individual and another empire would have helped in the text. Build one district of any type in your capital city, Garen's Rest. I don't get to name my city? Okay, so... we automatically took up a pretty hefty chunk here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pending instructions in city. There are instructions regarding your city awaiting. If needed, you can use the right click to leave a screen and go back to the map. Okay, so anytime I right click, it will go back to the map. The new construction flow is here. Bobby, what's up? Christmas play. That's awesome. Welcome in. We're playing a bit of an early access title. Endless Legend 2's construction flow and changed it in this update. You'll no longer have to click on a tile to see what can build. First, select the district tab from the bottom menu. Okay, I see that at the bottom. Then click on the district you wish to build. Finally, select the tile you'd like to construct on and place it. We hope this change will improve our construction system flow, so don't hesitate to give us feedback. I love that they're like, hey, we heard you. We changed this. If this isn't enough, let us know. That's chef's kiss. Congratulations, you now rule over an entire territory. This is your city view. Every turn, your city hall and all foundation tiles around will exploit their terrain resources. The city hall is a district. Okay. A structure. So what does a district mean here? A district is a structure in a city occupying a tile and built on a foundation. Districts are the economic heart of a city, generating resources and providing other benefits. Okay, so very much like buildings in Civilization. Constructibles, which can be built with industry. Okay. You can mouse over the central city hall tile to see the effects in detail. The production banner details all the city's resource incomes for the next turn. You can mouse over the different yields for more details. Industry production is critical to build up your city economy. Furthermore, as it cannot be stored in your city, it should always be used to construct. Okay, so just like in your Civilization and other 4X games, this is your construction budget, and it determines how quickly you can build things, but it doesn't it can't be like held over. Let's start the construction of a new district on one of your foundation tiles to extend the develop. Let's start the construction of a new district on one of your foundation tiles to extend and develop your city. I read extend the develop of your city, and I'm like, that is not English. Okay, so here are all the districts we can build. They want us to build a works. Level up when surrounded by 4 districts. So adds 2 industry, 1 industry on tiles, on tile producing industry, plus 1 industry for each adjacent ridge. Okay, so I'm assuming ridges are these terrain features. So before I click on this, I want to predict where will be the best place to put it. So I'm having a little trouble with the verticality, but I believe this might be our best placement here. It might also be here. It's hard to tell if that is a ridge or not. So, hang on, let me... Aha, there we go. Oh, I can't... Game is like, no, we don't want to talk to you. Not like that. Okay, so the recommendations are here and here. If our intent is to extend the city, I want it here. That'll give us access to this, to gold, and also get us closer to here, where we can get some science and some gold. I assume that's science. Perfect. Each turn, industry production will be used to build the district on the left of your construct queue, which is here? No, that's different. That's approval. That's how much your people like you. Where is... On the left of your construction queue. So this is the construction queue? Okay, it would help if they would like... Bing! As you can see here, several turns are necessary to complete the structure considering its industry cost. Correct, it'll take us 4 turns. No other pending construction. We have a notice over here. Now, to get an edge over the other empires, you'll also need to do research. Science, hey! Looky there, it's like I played a 4X game before. The science production from cities is aggregated at the empire level, of course. Besides, science cannot be stored either and should always be invested each turn. During your great adventure on Saeda, spending your science researching technologies will offer different ways of solving problems, old and new. You are currently in the first technological era. To guide you in your choices, an era is always divided into 4 domains: defense, society, economy, and discovery. So I find it interesting that it's called defense. That word choice says something. For a science cost, you can research technologies unlocking empire-wide powers or bonuses, but also new structures to build. Okay? It's time to make your first choice. The highlighted technology focused on science gains is generally a safe choice for the kin of Sheridan, your faction. Note that you have 2 technologies already researched to start with. Okay. It says note that we have them. Is that this one? Stonework. Oh, okay. Can I... Interesting. So this page is only the technologies of this era. And after 1 year, it will rotate here. That's kind of what it implies. Which implies it's turn-based. Let me restate that. Instead of turn-based, it's progression-based based on the year, which may or may not. So, like, I couldn't rush ahead and grab something out of here? Or once I get 2 of 8? I think that's going to be more it. Once I have 8 technologies, I can unlock that. Keystones? Unlocks a bridge and a building for a dam. Scientific charter. Levers and claws, screws and rays, let the commoner play. Archimedes the Seer. Improves the rewards from curiosities. Unlocks laboratory. Okay. Several technologies can even be queued in order to plan further ahead. The one on the very left will use the science production per turn. No problem. As you can see here, several turns are necessary, of course. Note that science costs increase after each research. So science costs of everything after each time you get one? Interesting. That's it for this turn. Let's move ahead. That helps. So one of the issues in like multiplayer of Civilization is the optimized path of what technologies to take and what civics to take in what order based on how long they take to research. Because you can get certain ones where the research is very low, but the rewards are very high, but they're gated behind different tiers. It's a whole thing. This seems to supplant that. That'll be interesting. Let's see. Okay. So did we just do our first turn? The one district of any type. This is now 5 turns. The works is now 6 turns instead of 4. That's weird. Okay. Sorry about that. As with every other exploited resource, food is produced every turn. Food cannot be stockpiled and is immediately used in your city in different ways. Food production is automatically consumed each turn by the populations of the city, then the excess is put towards the city's population growth. Exactly what you expect. As you can see on the population growth gauge, okay, this is when we get a new population, which gives us access to more resources. Hold on just a second, people. I apologize. Sorry, we have a bit of a delivery, and one of our dogs outside scared them, even though she's, I don't think, capable of violence. Don't tell anybody. But managing your population is, above all, a quick way to manage your city's, modulate your city's economy. Click on the population tab. Each population type brings its own bonuses to the city. You can mouse over your kin of Sheridan population to see its base effect on the city. Okay, artisans, scribes, citizens. Approval levels of your city -3. Okay, can I move you? Oh, nope. Okay. +2 industry on artisans. Moreover, cities, artisans, and scribes are 3 vocations to which populations can be assigned. Each vocation grants a different bonus to your city per population assigned. We have a maximum of 6. By changing the vocation, you can easily reorient your city's production from one turn to another, but you would never modulate it that commonly. Okay, yeah. 6-2-4-2. I don't know that I would keep that. You may have noticed some population vocations negatively impact your city's approval, but other elements like certain districts and improvements will also have an impact on your city's approval. Level of city approval. Okay, this is... The thoroughness here is good, but it's also... If you're not going to voice it, this is too much. However, a high level will increase food and industry production. So you... One of the things I'm noticing as they've built this tutorial, now remember, just a few minutes ago, I made the comment that I don't expect them to have spent a lot of resources on the tutorial, but as this is an early access title, and I will probably end up pushing this onto their Discord in a private way to the developers. I'm not trying to like farm for views or anything. One of the things is they build a tutorial to keep in mind. You have only 2 types of players who are playing your tutorial. Veterans of 4X games and strategy games, and people who've never played a game like this in their life. And there's very limited in between. So, the way these are being explained is too complicated and will... Anybody who's not a 4X person is literally not reading all of this. There might be a couple. Probably 25, 75. Like, if you don't have a better guided system, the tutorial will have no value. And you want your tutorial to have value. That's the only way it brings in people from other genres. Or I should say, retains people from other genres. So the approval level almost reminds me of Tropico. I love the Tropico series. Before moving ahead to the next turn, always give your armies orders. Queue up a structure or a unit to use industry, line up technology and science, blah, blah, blah. Okay, no problem. So what is our army? Sentinel, which is cavalry, legionnaire, which is infantry. Okay. So let's go exploring, shall we? Minor faction discovered. Okay, so there are minor and major factions. Notifications. How do I get you out of my way? Go away. You have encountered the Sulusk for the first time. This minor faction is hostile. Population gain. Population available. Okay, cool. So we have 254 dust, 28 influence. I assume that's like diplomatic currency. Instruction regarding your city awaiting. I have no idea why Rena is sitting here eating an ice cream in front of the camera, or behind the camera. I'm very confused. Somebody help. Now let's talk about dust, the most precious resource on Saeda. It can also be exploited by your cities, stockpiled at the and is stockpiled at the industry level. Among a wide variety of uses, you will discover dust enable the buyout of the element at the very left of the construction. Oh, okay. Dust buyout. Got it. So that's a rush. We just rush to the building. As the city grows, the citizens turn their thoughts from mere survival to trade and work. The leaders must now decide the next steps. Sorry, my phone is going off. I'm trying to get... Okay. I can hear it on the streets, Hadrada. Less crying and coughing, more chatting and laughing. Life returns to normal. It's a good feeling, but we still have a planet to pacify if we want to secure our future. Again, slight nitpick. No one thinks of where they live as a planet. No one speaks of where they live as a planet. So a good example of this is Sid Meier's Alpha Centauri. The planet was a faction, and even they referred to it as a faction, not as the planet. That was very good and world-conscious and consistent. Pacify, a good choice of words. Let's look beyond our walls, find allies in the region who could join our ranks, and find rock. Assimilate the minor faction living in your city's territory. View rock. Ranged hero. Okay, so heroes are a thing. Is that going to be like generals? All right, so we need something in the construction queue. Unit recruitment. 6 turns, 13 turns. Necro incursion. Okay, so uses the, yep, we got that. Army upkeep. Because you have to pay for them. Yep. Minus 10 dust, which is fine. We're still positive too. Now time for you to make contact with the native minor faction living in a village within the same territory as you. Villages can create roaming armies. So these are like barbarian encampments in Civilization. And with the risk, but also for the economic benefit, you should think about pacifying these villages. One village should not be too far away within your... One village should not be too far away within your city's territory. Keep exploring over a few turns until you find it. How's it going? It's going wonderful, sir. This is kind of our first taste of a game like this. Or I won't say of a game like this. We've played thousands of games like this. Our first taste of this particular game. So we have no idea what our strength of our military is. Right-click on the village to interact once your army is standing next to it. Oh, okay. So one of the critiques here is, and I know that it's attached to this, but I feel like this is in my view and in my way, the way that this window exists. Man, you need to get you some new ones. Boots are not supposed to hurt your feet. That's the entire reason for them. As a guy who spends all day barefoot. Village Elder can give you a quest that once completed will pacify all the territory's villages of that minor faction at once. Okay, so this is Solace. Is this also the same? Okay, it is. Interesting. So they're the same faction. They have 2 cities, and they're the upstarts? Like, that doesn't feel right. Feels like we're the upstarts here. Bribe, parlay, and battle. And I can't even see, we'll parlay because we don't have a choice. The settlement is less thriving hamlet, more decaying ruins, and you wonder why any creatures, even vicious lizards, would live in such dangerous, squalid conditions. Armed and plated, they seem to be geared up for war, but discipline is lacking, with 2 of their number engaged in savage fighting. Quietly, in a rasping tongue difficult to understand, the leader tells you they seek to reestablish the Solace once glorious empire, Varska, by rebuilding their fallen ruins, but every day they slip further into discord and banditry. The place reeks of blood and despair. Aid us, kin of Sheridan. Kill those who scorn us, who walk our lands, and we will serve. Will you help make the first steps to restore Solace glory? Defeat the Trespassers' army. I mean, sure. 200 influence. We have influence as a currency. Okay, so they specifically want us. Trespassers' army. But it doesn't tell us where that is. Just accepted a pacification quest and it's been added to your quest journal. You can left click, open it to consult all the quest logs so far. For your pacification quest, keep exploring over the next few turns in order to locate the nearby bandit army indicated by the quest marker until they are within striking distance. Okay. Do I have to worry about these guys harrying me while I do that? So this is more of a desert terrain. We will probably head this way just so we can see for elevation's sake. Okay, we still have 4 turns on that. Close. What's our construction? Our construction queue is the Sentinels. That's fine. What are these? Next city or camp. Next army. Very nice. Very nice. I like those buttons there. That feels very Heroes of Might and Magic to me. End turn. More dust, more influence. Okay, right click to get here. Hey, look at that tile. We want to go there. Spiral crabs. Oh, that's cool. All right, so we're going to head this way because they have trespassers. Never mind, they're here. Or is that them? I don't know. Hopefully they're non-mobile, because we are definitely behind the 8-ball here. I'm very curious what battle is going to look like in this game. So we're going to go here. Will it allow me to do that? It will. Haha, looky there. Now, we do need another building here. Keep communal habitation. Raised district. I don't want that. Let's look at another one of these. Here we go. So it did not, in fact, expand like I expected it to. And yes, I'm aware that I may have messed with the tutorial by not doing what it expected to do. But guess what? You don't want people doing the things you don't want them to do? Don't let them touch it. Where is this? Okay. So what's this? Welcome to the battlefield. It is determined by the white border. Your units spread across the tiles shaded by your empire's color. Your opponents do the same in the next tiles. During the deployment phase, your army units are listed on the left side, with enemies are on the right. Yada yada. Got it. Got it. Okay, this feels very Heroes of Might and Magic. Very, very. Okay, they are archers. So our priority is going to be to keep... Anytime you're dealing with ranged units in a game like this, your priority is keeping out of their range until you can instantly close distance. So we have 4 movement points, passive skills, cavalry, and aware. Vision 3, no obstacle can block the vision range. Okay, so these are scouts. If a unit cannot attack after moving, click on the defend. So what's the range? So what I'm gonna do... We're gonna move you up here and then hit defend. I don't know what their movement is. Okay. That was kind of what I was hoping. So I actually want to go to prevent this from doing it wrong. So my concern was that this is a more of a terrain problem. I don't like that. So what I want is for him to come here and attack this way, but I don't have that as an option. And that's a bit weird. If I do this and then that, there we go. Zone of control. Do we have some kind of shield on? What's the blue? Cannot leave the zone without suffering an attack of opportunity. So this is very much Heroes of Might and Magic combat system. So we want to come down here so that the infantry has a clear, straightforward shot. Okay, so you do not take over the ground. You don't take, if you win, you don't take over the ground. So I'm trying to think strategically whether or not it's best to advance or retreat. This is going to be a rough trip around this horn. And they can tactically flee at will. So let's give ground. Get into the trees. Force them to come forward. That was exactly the range I needed them at. Now they are no longer ranged attackers. That was what I was hoping for strategically. With the Kin's lead, we take the first steps to reclaiming our glory, but I hear whispers. You too were once part of a greater empire? Okay, so what does it mean to have a minor faction on our side like that? Hopefully we can get a little... Congratulations, you've now managed to pacify at least one village of a minor faction within your territory. You can assimilate them to benefit from their unique bonuses. Let's see how. Select a minor faction and choose their protectorate. There is an influence cost. Assimilating a minor faction grants various advantages from the minor faction. Click on their card to see. Take an army. There's no... Okay. So this reminds me of city-states in the Civilization series. You get access to their unit type to recruit and access and use as your own. Oh, okay. Your cities get one of their population per pacified village within the same territories. Yikes. So this is big. 5 health per pacified village under protected on hero, 200 health on hero. The Sullust were impressed by the Kin armies and are eager to ally themselves. An unexpected bonus is the appearance of Yu Rock, who was scouting for dangers while the Kin rebuilt. Reporting for duty, General. Bowstrings dry, eyes sharp. With fresh allied troops and a veteran leader, we'll all sleep better. Next time someone asks what the future brings, General, I'll tell them the Kin. You receive a hero unit as a quest reward. It has spawned in your capital city. Guided experience is ending here, free roaming from now on. However, additional mechanics will still be introduced later as the situation dictates. Okay, so we got through the basic tutorial. What I want to do now is back completely out. I understand that from this point forward, the game is still progressible, and we are still learning. However, it basically just said, hey, the guidance part of the tutorial is over. And so what I want to do is start a real game from here. We have a good understanding on what all's going on, but the game held your hand and bonused the snot out of you. And I want to challenge and struggle and fight to understand. That's a personal preference on things. Why did it unselect that? So we are going to go to main menu. Okay. This is beautiful. Report bug, share ideas. Now, here's what's going to happen. Remember how I said I was going to go into the Discord and try to find somebody to share this with so that I wasn't like providing... I don't want to artificially inflate views by throwing this link on a Discord server full of people. That's just me. It's how I think. But this likely will have a text box where I can include a video for them to go watch and see all of this. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. That is awesome, because now I'm not reporting it as a bug. I don't want this going in as a trouble ticket. I want this going in as an idea. I want them to see the experience from my perspective. Beautiful devs. Thank you. Since launch, we've released 10 updates aiming at enhancing your game experience, refining the interface, improving AI behavior, adjusting mid to in-game experience, and implementing countless balance tweaks and bug fixes. Our focus is now on the next update, and it's going to be big. Expect the long-awaited multiplayer, reward pacification quests, and improved construction flow, and much more. Make sure to check our December State of the Game on Amplifiers for more details. The Gathering update. This update brings new features on top of major reworks. Multiplayer mode is here. Okay, so it exists now. Challenge your friends and finally find out who's the best. Mode is still in beta, but fully functional. Pacification quests have been completely redone for a more immersive experience and to better fit each faction's uniqueness. A new and more intuitive city construction flow. Okay, we just we just saw that. And that's not all. New game speeds, necrophages, rebalance, AI improvements, and more. Click on the link to read below to read the full changelog. As always, thank you. What's this? We need you. Oh, okay. Cool, cool. All right, that's the announcement. Discord. Okay, I love this card right here. Devs, thank you. So many times playing any game that has a long playtime per map per thing, I will jump back into the game after having been gone a couple of days, and I have no idea what the status of my last game was. Was it something I started for just a few minutes to test something? Was it a long, drawn-out campaign? I have no idea. I don't know what I'm playing over the top of without loading into it first to see what it was, to see if it's worth continuing. Here, I get a very clear idea of what's going on. So, multiplayer or beta? No, we're gonna new game. All right, so here are our factions. Oh, okay, so we can change our icon and our color. Diplomats, defenders, economic, scientists, warmongers. Aspects. Okay, so this is a little more technology focused. So maybe planets isn't as far of a stretch. Their origins lost to the distant past, the aspects are a symbiotic species, part machine, part coral, with physically distinct individuals who find blissful union in the chorus. A mind gestalt where all aspects can physically come together, obsessed with preserving the balance on Shiada through empathy and understanding. The aspect's peaceful existence has been upended by a devastating dieback of their life-enhancing coral fields. Will Shiada ever see the illuminated realm again? The aspects can use their influence to impose advantageous treaties. We didn't even see anything about treaties, potentially controlling the outcome of war or the profits of trade. Coral networks are grown from coral spores. The resulting coral tide hastens movement and food collection, improve diplomacy, and make cities faster to build. Other peoples are integrated into the aspect's chorus at no cost. This special assimilation lets them easily take advantage of others' abilities and military units. This sounds fascinating. For the kin, their capital is a citadel. Higher their total fortifications in their capital, the more holy commandments they unlock. Unlocks abilities that can be used within the range of their cities. So, religious zealots. These powerful giant constructs are the backbone of the kin military and extend the range of holy command. Okay, so these are like portable construct bases? Economic scientists and warmongers. We can create a custom faction? Interesting. All right, let's start with the aspects. This seems like this seems unlike anything I have ever played before. I won't say ever before. So we're going to go with this color. As many of my longtime viewers know, I am exceptionally colorblind. So this is one of those things of, I can see this color reliably. Okay. Number of competitors, 6. Explorer difficulty. Okay, love it. So we're going to go in a straight no nonsense. Okay, map type. What do we have here? Pangea, continents, random. Absolutely. Hey. Yes, please. I wonder how this is calculated and controlled. So we'll go game speed normal. Allow fortress instant resolve. No, why would you? Initial piece duration. Pre-founding scout bonuses. Use this setting to determine whether Army Scout prior to the founding of the first city provides economic bonuses in compensation for the lost time not developing the city. Okay, so this was always a big deal in the Civ games, was how quickly you needed to found a city, because you're literally losing resources per turn. This seems to have a bonus set aside for that. That's cool. Ooh, I love this. Mortal heroes cannot be resurrected. Okay, that's interesting. So, right off the bat, initial impressions. Now remember, we've played very little of the tutorial. Very initial impressions of this is a fantastic mix of your Civilization series, your Heroes of Might and Magic series, and your Total War series, which are all strategy games I love, and that's why it reminds me of them. Score victory, conquest victory, all your standard victory types in a 4X game. Nothing new and different. Ooh. Random if empty. World wrap. Yes, of course. You don't want there to actually be an edge to the map. Lake odds. Oh, okay. Interesting. Monsoon curiosities determines whether or not monsoon curiosities will be present in the game. Default. We'll leave it at default. World seed. Can I not? Okay, so it gives me a blank like I'm supposed to be able to type in here. But I'm sitting here slamming the key and nothing's happening. Ah, it wants a numeric generation seed. I understand now. I was sitting here typing letters. So we'll just leave it to random. Let's go. Balance must prevail.
There is peace if all things are in balance. Metal and mineral, sky and sea, the bound and the unbound. This harmony murmurs through the air, ripples through the oceans. It is the song of Sayada that we alone can hear. A symphony shared by every being, living or unliving, growing richer until it is ruined by one false note, one crashing dissonance. From discord, only disorder, conflict, and destruction will follow. We must deny this cacophony, sway the strangers of this world, and impose a greater harmony.
Impose is way too strong of a word for all the rest of that, because it implies that they want to force that. Subjects of the illuminated realm, join me. The dieback is behind us. The aspects are recovering, and the vast oceans of Sayada beckon to us. We shall seed the coral once more, building an empire to soothe the agonies of Sayada. The harmonies of our chorus will drown out the cacophony of chaos. You've encountered the aspects. I represent the harmony of the illuminated realm. I hope we learn from each other. Okay, so this is AI. We've already landed next to another AI? Are there any
I am Plerigyra, the Innumerable, representative of the aspects. My name refers to the chorus that binds us all. We are Legion, and we fight for Sayada's balance.
Okay, treaties and declarations. Empire's attitude towards us, blah, blah, blah. Warning, unjustified war, closed borders, propositions. But we have 50 resources. We're going to hold them because we don't know what all can be done with them. Oh, whoops. But it's very weird to me. Where are they? Is that us? Is that actually what's happening? That was a bit confusing. More than a bit confusing. Polymephon the Steadfast. Ranged 3, scoped shot. For skills. We didn't really get much into heroes or how they work. Ranged units. What's this? Is this our envoy? Is that our city foundation? No? Is this a scout? Swarm, aware. How do I hover over? Hold shift to lock this tooltip. Okay, there we go. Swarm. When attacking a Juggernaut unit, adds 20% damage. When moving during battle, ignores all attacks of opportunity. Free movement. Okay. So why aren't they a part of this troop, for lack of a better term? I'm trying to kind of find impact crater. I really like where this is sitting. So, the origin of this ancient crater is unclear, but the fused rock and deep walls give it excellent defensive qualities. So, if I come here, and I found capital. Okay, so I can't found it on an anomaly. I can only found it near an anomaly. Ow. Okay, there we go. That's a lot of... Okay, that went away. District construction, yeah. Let's start with science. What do we have to start with? Okay, so we already have this voice of the masses. This is our society. Fencing. +1 scribe slot on capital. Civil order. Traveler shrine. Asceticism? 1 protectorate slot, plus 5 defenses while defending on unit, 8 dust on capital. Okay, so we are going to start with the scientific charter simply because we need the science really bad. This is what it's recommending, though, that I find that interesting. Our objectives are different. I don't want to remove forest. Ooh, okay. This scavenging sounds really good for combat. Unlocks action build dam. I don't know what's around us that could use that. So let's start with a workshop for more construction. All right, and then let's build... Reef's population is 1. Aspect population available. Yeah, we know. Okay, districts. Farm. Forum. We're going to want tons of the diplomacy. Okay, so this is in addition to what's already there. I don't feel like this tile is going to have much value outside of... So we're going to put the forum here because this is feels like a low-value tile to me. And let's hope we're right. We will find out. Okay. Story so far. Okay, so I was right. It acted like we found another civilization starting next to us that was the same race as ours. That confusion? No, we were just introducing ourselves to ourselves? Kinda weird. Alright, so we need to start exploring around immediately. Coral spore in a territory, providing you don't already have a coral spore camp or city. What's a coral spore? Thus, cost will increase for each structure you can only own with the... Okay, what's generating coral? What is coral? Coral increases the yields of tiles on which it spreads, and any empire can exploit these. It also automatically pacifies villages? Okay. Coral spreads in priority towards villages, non-aspect districts, but also towards shallow waters, rivers, and lakes on which it also spreads faster. Coral stops growing and providing its effects in corrupted territories. Okay. Where is... Okay, here's our coral. Coral grower. The coral grower behavior. Okay. So, there's a mountain over here. Once built, a coral spore will start expanding coral over time. However, keep in mind that coral spores are vulnerable to enemy armies who might attempt to destroy them. You wish to claim a territory? Okay. So, we'll probably come, like, right here and drop a spore. But I want to... What's this? Curiosity. I mean, I am now curious. Not sure if that's what it meant or not, but... Okay, so he can't move because he founded a city. What's... Oh, that's pretty. The storm outside. Wonderful. Okay. Think we're good. End turn. Oh, that's the building being constructed. Influence and foundations. Yep. We are aware. But above all, influence is indispensable for the creation of more foundations in your cities. What are foundations? Oh, okay. So the ability to spread out, basically. Nice. So I don't want to spend that now because we're out exploring, and I want to make sure that we have +5 influence, +2 movement. We have a border here, but I can't tell whose border. Oh, wow. Okay, we have to go way up and around. Now, we are going to use this to kind of explore out a different direction. Minor faction discovered. Okay, so we're going to try to plant coral right next to them to pacify. Okay, I'm not getting the menu that I was expecting. Oh, there we go. Parlay. Coming to the settlement, your soldiers are struck by the incongruous, pungent smell of camphor, rot, and formaldehyde drifting from the canvas awnings. Hearsay claims the foundlings dabble in necromantic arts, and the truth isn't so far away. They strive for immortality through the strange rites involving body grafting. But the decimation of Saeda's numbers in the aftermath of the tsunami has depleted their potential stocks. With the time of harvest approaching, they see help to find willing or unwilling donors. Most despicable, most degenerate individual to deserve nothing but death. They will make fine stock. Okay, who said this? He did because he's lit up. Got it. As a union of coral and machine, we will hardly judge others for seeking balance through the bleeding of the flesh. We will help. Defeat the wretched creature's army. The legendary unit pacifies all foundling. Okay. Where? Oh. Wretched creatures. So I do not like at all how close they are to home. We are going to get out of the way in case they're mobile because we just don't know. No problem, Bobby. All right, let's get this curiosity. +10 influence. +2 movement. What is that? That's a resource deposit? Okay, okay. All right, we can't cross water like that. Interesting. So we want to, what is our strength here? 218. So if we're going to do anything, we're going to have to build a unit of some kind. 92 and 90. These are going to be cheaper to build. We're going to do that right there. Okay, so this is going to be a tough fight. And we do not have a good source of money. Okay, they're focused on science. Let's actually get over here and focus on construction for a minute. And let's see if that doesn't help us. This should still complete in one turn no matter what. Workshop researched. A works district. Nice. All right, so very unique unit and a critical asset in battles. Heroes can equip different weapons or items you may loot. Moreover, when leveling up, heroes gain hero points to unlock unique skills. Okay. Interesting. So it looks like did he level up? Skill tree, 0 hero points available. Okay, equipment. Okay, cool. So again, feeling very Heroes of Might and Magic-esque. Okay, so we want to kind of skirt off to the side because, again, I don't know if he can wander or not. I'd rather not find out. So we will join these two up, and then we will get a fight started. Oh, there is an auto-explore option as well. We need research. We absolutely need this. Should have done it first, maybe even. All right. Anything else? A quest requires your attention. The illuminated realm of the aspects is at its lowest ebb for centuries, devastated and desperate. Several months ago, the web of coral that stretched across the island and into the seas beyond experienced a dieback the likes of which has never been witnessed. Reefs withered and blackened, only a pitiful handful of coral shells remained. The chorus, the shared mind with all aspects, come together in thought, atrophied as well. Aspects Advisor. Against all odds we survive. Reefborn has been built anew. It is the shadows of itself, but our once mighty chorus is but a discordant whisper. We lost many in the dieback, that is true, but a handful of us priests. We will rebuild the chorus. Were we complacent? We called it the Illuminated Realm, a land of plenty and bliss, but we were blind to the coming ruin. But they can wait, and remember you have barely donned the robes of office. Power laid in others' hands, so stop feeling guilty. I look back in pity. No, not ahead in hope. I forget the balance, the harmony. What do you recommend with your experience? Everything begins with the coral. We must grow new fields immediately and find new varieties immune to the blight we are not yet saved. Okay, so we do need to build the coral spores. Awesome. That's kind of what we already planned to do. All right, we are now an army of 3. And we should have 325. It should be a balanced fight. But I should be able to change the outcome there, especially with a hero unit. I don't want to transfer units out. I want to fight. Deploy your units. Oh, I don't get any room to deploy. What's the... Aha. Okay, okay. There we go. So we're assuming they're going to deploy there. We're going to create a choke and a funnel. They are, of course, melee and shield focused. All right, that is our attack range. Okay, we definitely want up on this hill. We have range, so I'm not necessarily... I'm not interested in pushing in. Let them come in and have to fight us. That was exactly what I was hoping would happen. Now. Okay, so this is the sentry. Imperial Pike, mighty Imperial Pike. Okay, so we need to focus on the strongest unit for sure. A very nice critical hit. Do I have any abilities? Here we go. Active skills. Scope shot. Ignores defenses, deals 10 extra damage per determination, deals 3 extra damage per might. Okay, so it won't do a ton, but it'll do more as he levels. All right, and then... Okay, so these are all juggernauts, which we have a defense against, or we have a, yeah. Efficient against juggernauts. Nice. And there's not a retaliatory strike, which I find interesting. That's exactly what I would have done, except I would have also moved him around here. Why are we doing so little here? We might actually be in a little bit of trouble here. Okay, it popped up with a tooltip and then it disappeared. Oh, it's because he's in the trees. I understand now. Oh, that was not... Okay, good. That didn't do what I thought it did. There we go. Okay. So we still win this. It's just not going to be pretty. Is this... I was hoping that he would survive that, but it's okay. If he goes into these trees, we're going to have to retreat. Yeah. Oh, it takes away our movement points. Interesting. Ended in a draw? Interesting. Okay. This hero is wounded. You can either wait for him to get better or pay for him to instantly get better. Got it. Okay. Diplomatic proposition.
Come, accept.
Okay. Okay. So hear me out. I wish this would be better explained. I think I finally figured out what's going on. We can talk to this person because we all have like a joint AI thing going on that's been well explained in this race. So as soon as they spawned in, we knew where they were, we knew who they were, and we knew what they were doing. And I think that's what's going on.
Well done.
So we kind of want that. It's kind of good. We definitely want to take this. And we want to go back home as soon as possible. Yeah, we know we need to do that. The dieback has made us cautious. Okay, so that was kind of what we were looking for. 5 additional defense while defending per unit. That's kind of what we were hoping for. We didn't... One of the things that I feel negatively about is I had no idea that they were in the trees initially. It took them leaving the tile for me to notice there were trees on the tile. Now, I don't know how they would indicate that, some kind of defensive bonus or something like that, but it was negating a bunch of my ranged damage, or at least that's how it appears. So it would have been nice to have had something a little different. All right, so you, yeah, and then I need you to heal. I assume that's going to happen automatically. Oh, I am hoping they don't finish that unit off. Or if they do, that they don't hate me for not having done so myself. So let's do this. Okay. So our reasoning here is we're trying to keep... We've got to keep track of where the trees are. There we go. Perfect. I asked for that. I assumed there would be attack of opportunity for the way that moved, but that's my bad. I keep thinking in terms of Heroes of Might and Magic. There we go. Delicious thanks are in order. Saeda offers many pickings for the foundlings. You have our service should you need it. Okay, pacifies, conclude. What I didn't want was for them to have killed... That is the same Foundlings 0 of 1. Foundling. Okay. So I am assuming because of this that this is the same faction. Now let's go over to diplomacy. No? Was that not it? Here we go. Foundlings, assimilate. That costs nothing. Awesome. Okay, population gain. Fantastic. That will help us dramatically. Flask of Dustfire. Consumable. Oh, so it's something that we can, like, just throw in combat. That's pretty special. I like it. All right, that's a massive boost to us from what the game seems to imply. So I'm kind of excited for that. Population gain, foundling population available. Hero wounded. Where are we here? 4 turns left. All right, we still have 4 turns left on this. We still have 5 turns left on this forum. Let's go. My fear was that what was going to happen was that they were going to kill this unit and then we were going to lose access to it as a resource. And I'm not sure that that wasn't correct. All right, so we're going to put a spore here. Oh, it says to put it here. Okay. On this obelisk. That's interesting. Did we do it? No. Plus 10 dusk, plus 5 and curiosity. Okay, that's what we found from the obelisk. Plus we put the spore there. Build 1 turn. Interesting. So this seems to give bonuses, which is exactly what we want. Ooh, that's some nice territory over there. Okay, I don't have the ability to do that because it's too far, maybe? I'm going to come plant it over here, just literally out of general curiosity. We should also be able to pick up our hero in another turn or 2. Never mind. He is here. All right, we definitely need a little more on the melee spectrum to better protect ourselves in those fights. Scientific charter. Very nice. I feel like we are already so incredibly far ahead of the curve. Though we just started, and I have no reason to believe that. Why wouldn't you want to... Attacking and sieging cities. You may want to attack another empire city, raise, pillage, or even take control. You must first gather enough influence to declare war. Yeah, okay. Not too hurt by that. Or I should say bothered by that. Okay, where... Okay, why can't I... Can I have more than 1 coral spore in the same territory? Cannot build on a territory you already own. Oh, okay. So I have to go outside of the blue. Got it. Got it, got it. All right, and we need more construction here. Sometimes, due to tricky diplomacy, you might have to desire... No, we don't need to do that. But thank you. I assumed that would bring up the construction menu. I apologize. Districts. That was what I was looking for. Laboratory. Industry. Communal habitation. Oh, that's horrible. Nice. +7 research there. Cool, cool. Okay, that should build there. We're building. Everything should be good. I also want to go into units. Oh, what else? What is this? Oculus? Infantry blood mending? Alright, that's definitely what I want out of this. Let's see how that works out for us. Minor faction discovered. Where's this minor faction? Oh, way over here. Oh, okay, okay. Why do they have 2 cities? Did I miss the ability to build a new city? Okay, so really quick, can I just found another city? All right, I feel like we're missing some key factor here. That's okay. We're going to keep playing, and we will learn as we go. That's just my nature anyway, so... The spore is planted, the 4 shoots of coral crack through the soil, healthy and radiant, a beautiful sight. One that makes old circuits hum, no sign of disease, none. When approval of the city, okay. Construction, defense, research, we are so weak. We have prioritized alliances or impressed with might, research corals, or slow down, breathe. Harmony and balance. Never realized how much the constant roar soothed me. Yeah, they're a hive mind that... Oh, okay, build 3 districts in Reefborn. We've already kind of done that? Okay, was that there the whole time? No, there's no way. Our forces in the field require my advice. Who? Some wish to give the fallen a proper, other wish to strip the corpses. We have enough diplomacy. I don't agree with that as like a moral choice, but it seems to only be a strategic one. Only use for the corpses is to help armor soldiers with claws and plate. I'm not a fan of that as a choice, but again, is there anything I can actually do with them? No. What's this 1 of 2? Does that mean I can have another city? How? Hey, okay. Consumable. We'll take +3 might. And then... Okay, so we can just sell them. An extra health per determination. Oh, it's a heal. Heck yeah. Population of your empires, 33% founding, 66% aspect. What's friend? Companion, nemesis. Interesting. Hero has no known enemies yet. We don't have any skill points because we've died. We've only been in combat once. Okay. So I feel the need to go and continue to explore, but it keeps like dragging me back. So that makes me very curious. Auto explore, skip. I feel like there should be a way for me to set a new thing down. So we're kind of going over here more to do that than anything else. Minor faction discovered. Where are you? How did I find them there? Okay, so I evolved this into coral, or into a camp. I evolved this into a camp. Now what can I do with a camp? Attach to city, evolve into city. Oh, okay. Okay. There we go. Got it. I understand now. All right. So diplomacy is how we do that. Understood. I get it now. We definitely need to go this way, though. There's another faction. Troop. Can I see... Okay, I'm not interested in fighting them, but I also don't know... I'm having trouble... Oh, it's peaceful. Okay. How could I see that on the map? Because that's a pretty hefty unit for them to have in my territory for it to be peaceful. What are these? Well-equipped? Ooh, okay. That's a temporary buff. I wish I'd have realized that when I chose it. Okay, so we can do new cities using the coral bases that we built. We kind of understand that now. All right, let's hope that they have a quest for us. Hiding within their castles, the playful spirits known as Xavius prefer games and puzzles to exploring and fighting. Though curious and friendly by nature, thieves and scavengers have taught them to be wary and distrustful. They finally decided that they may band together, take up arms, and defend their castle, a deed for which they are completely unready. Show us how you train them. Give us secrets of fighting and biting. It's goblins in a trench coat. So if he levels up, we automatically okay. I mean, that's an inevitability. I feel we definitely need more combat to happen. But also, we aren't combat focused. Scavenging crew. Gears of War. So that's going to help us be a little stronger. I'm very curious what that's going to look like. So, like, I think our battle ability was like 90 something. 135, 135. 144. Spyglass of the Sages found. I feel like this is a game that I am going to get significantly better at as time goes. I think that's kind of the point. +1 intuition, skills fully aware. Ooh, I have to remove this, which is +3 might. Why is the might a down arrow? Oh, if I replaced it. God, I'm like, wait a minute. I don't understand. Okay. So we only have one. We get one trinket and one other. Okay. Got it. What's this? Ancient ruins? Let's go. Oh, more of these guys. All right, we need 100 diplomacy. We're almost there. Or is it 200? Who are you? Ranged cavalry. Minor faction discovered. They are peaceful. Okay. I need some kind of indicator. This is where Brunick says something like, I bet it's color-based. No district can be built in this camp. Okay, what's attached to city does what? Versus evolve into city. Yeah, I'm aware, but I wish it would explain what that did. All right, what are these ruins? Nothing? Curiosity? I'm kind of looking for combat, but I don't want to fight people who are peaceful. I don't want to, like, start a war for no reason. Especially with us in a state where I don't necessarily feel all that powerful at the moment. They are hostile. Where? Here. Okay, okay. They are over... Oh, wow. Okay, they're a long way away. Also, disciples. Okay, these people are here. They are peaceful. Okay, cool. All right, we're at 122. Once we get to 200, we're going to create a city. I'm going to use... I don't know which of these I'm going to use yet as a city. For a gift. Gifts can be dangerous. Favors expensive. As all my kind, I've studied the ancient lays and stories. My particular interest is in all things medical. Okay. I would educate your doctors, alchemists, potentially a boon to your cities and armies. Yes, please. +40 science. Minus 10 industry. 20 health regeneration. Minus 20 science plus 10 influence. It's not worth it. Yeah, no, we'll go minus money and plus health. That sounds amazing. I am struggling a little bit. Next time I play this race, I will ensure there are no other races of this type on the battlefield, because it is making it very difficult for me to understand what's happening in my area and my territory. And that's okay. Just a bit of a struggle. Oh, we are almost done here. All right, 1, 2. And that'll put us into Years of Toil. All right, one more here, and we should up our actual base town. That's now done. Good. Plus 40 dust. We have quite a dust surplus here. Are there any places where we're very blind in this direction? I'm going to kind of head this way. I'm trying to keep my eyes open for quests and stuff, because apparently it's just going to spawn them randomly. Okay, we are almost to that 200 mark. Since we're headed that way, let's kind of go up and let's wrap our... Oh, who are you? How are they level 3 already? What am I doing wrong that I can't seem to find combat? Years of Toil are unlocked, offering new technologies to research. Acknowledge. Okay, so we have a new... What's the last one? Bridges? I'm not terribly concerned about bridges, unless there's something in there we need. What are our combat things here? Draws a hero from a draft of 4. Ooh. Coral Amplifier. Shock Tactics. Observer. And plus 1 unit slot for each army. 30 experience to hero. Just kind of looking over. I really want to grab these combat bonuses because we desperately need some better combat bonuses. Oh? What's happening? What are those on the ground?
Rain clouds darken the sky's aspects, while rifts scar the lands. The balance between life and death is at stake.
Okay, victory conditions. A monsoon has come. New dangers and rewards will appear during the monsoon. Temporary bridges may be destroyed. Minor factions become enraged. Okay. And now all of a sudden there's all this stuff laying around? Alright, so because it's a monsoon, I don't necessarily want to do anything with that one. We're going to grab this one right here, and we're going to evolve into a city. Okay. Nice. So this is now its own city with its own stuff. What's landscaping? Okay. So, attached to city is now free. Oh, okay, no, it's not free. 100. We're going to attach this one to the city because we kind of want to see the difference in what it does. Okay, and this is our territory. We kind of built ourselves up against a corner here, but that's okay. What are our constructions? We definitely want more influence. But first I want to make sure my people are going to be, like, surviving. Oh, that is massive. Yes, please. And we are definitely more blind than we were. More dust and more movement. That's great. This will give us a new unit. That unit we will use as a scout. We're going to jump down here. And then up here. I think. Here, probably. Yeah. That sounds like the plan. I really ought to come here and buy that out. Then let's add, is there any other, what's an improvement? Traveler Shrine. How happy are the people? 66% happy. All right, cool. We just have a ton of gold that we're not spending. Are we already have something queued? We do. Oh, we can just rush it. Yeah, we're doing that. I feel like our science yield is probably low. We'll go that way. Oh, we need to go up here too. There's so much to do. Okay, and we're going to wait because I want these two to travel to... we'll go down here first. Then we'll move this swarm up. Yeah, look at that. Oh my goodness, that movement is crazy. Is it because it's in our territory? That was insanity. Okay, council seat unlocked. Population gain. Okay, we can get rid of those. What are council seats? Hero Circle, cities and camps, diplomacy. Protectories. I can't assimilate yet because we still need to, like... One slot available. Next page. Oh, okay. These are slots to unlock. No problem. What is our... Oh, here we go. City cap and empire approval. Our city cap is now 3. Empire approval is only 53%. So we need to work on that. What's our council? Currently empty. Appoint a hero or notable as a counselor to gain unique bonuses befitting the empire. You can appoint someone for the seat by opening the council screen. Okay, let's click on council here. Appoint. Here we... Okay, so here are all the people plus 8 science. Approval. Approval is definitely something we need. So, and then let's appoint here. We don't want to appoint him because I want him to actually, you know, show up. Those should be good changes. Between seats. Oh, people are debating about the... a New York Times list. Okay, so, oh, I can reassign for dust. Oh, okay, perfect. We'll close that. That's automatically going to help right there. All right, you're an observer, cavalry. Empire notables. What are these? City slicker. I love that. Okay, so those are just people I've met. Okay. Civil order research, we knew that. Curiosities collected. All right, what's this? Idle army. Oh yeah, no, we're aware. We're going anyway. There's skip. Yep. Okay, so now we have this army of 2. We are going to send up to here. This army of 3 we are sending over here. Hey, there we go. That is the strongest army we have seen. I like that. I am glad to have the strongest army we have seen. All right, do I have enough? I don't have enough yet. One more turn. Oh, what's happening? City besieged? I thought y'all were friendly. Okay. A siege choice is needed. Where are these coming from? Defenders of Lagoon. Does it just automatically have those? During a siege, the fortify is continuously damaged depending on the total damage of the breaching army. When you judge, you've endured enough. Juggernaut. Endure the siege. You can summon other armies to help besiege defenders. I mean, we don't really need it. We are way stronger than they are. Several of your armies are involved in this battle area. If you don't need another army and reinforcement, you can just click highlighted buttons to disengage it. No, we are definitely not doing that. A battle choice is needed. I mean, I want all of it. Let's go. He's over here, so I definitely want my archer here. Cavalry can... no, we want you here, I think. We're going to have a lot of rearranging to do once we get to that point, but I want my archers moving as little as possible. We're actually going to swap that because it's cavalry versus swarm. Who has the most experience? Anomalies are points of interest, granting bonuses to different units. Where's the anomaly? Manually battle. Alright, so we are definitely going to be in a holding here. And our entire purpose, defend, 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 defend. You are also going to defend, 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 and then we are going to see if we can get this sharp shot. Nope, okay. You are also going to defend. Do we have anybody else that needs anything done? This is going to be like a complete and total... This is going to be chaotic. Once battle lines meet, this is going to be chaotic. This square is going to be our hardest square to defend. I probably should have pushed my cavalry unit into this square to prevent them. That's a lot of shielding happening there. Outside of range on purpose. Alright, we are going to push these guys into here and defend. We are going to push you into here. You don't have enough movement? Okay, no, you do have enough movement points. Do we want to do that? No, I don't. I don't want him stuck out there either. Alright, we're just going to defend on everything now. I don't like that the choke point is 2v3 with us having the 2, but I feel like I have enough archer support and enough going on that I can rotate troops in and out without any problems. Okay, we absolutely have to focus the wounded units. Going to move you. All right. That is a good start. We are also going to attack here. I actually want to swap these two. So I don't have an opening for him. That's my bad. We're going to do this. Here. Here. Defend. Alright, I'm pretty happy with that. We're going to defend you over here. You'll be okay, buddy. We're going to hold that position open. Yeah, I want to hold that position open. Alright, I just realized there's like an 8-turn limit here, but we should be able to wipe out a unit per round. So we're saving him for last because he's in the trees. We're going to defend here. You should be able to withstand this one attack. If not, it will be okay for me to have lost a unit. You know what I mean? Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. No. That's interesting that I can back out during a battle, though. I mean... Interesting. I didn't even think to do that. That's my fault. Taking needless damage on units. Alright. Because there's no retaliatory strike, I'm still just a little bit off on how to handle these. Okay, we leveled them up, which should make those people not hostile, it should, even though we killed them. That's crazy, by the way. We got in a fight with you, so now you're pacified. Anybody want to explain? Alright. The good news is our hero should have leveled. Or I should say, that should be the good news here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Multiple times. There we go. What is resilience? Leadership skills. Strength of active skills. Damage. Okay. So... costs 2 hero points. Oh! Okay, so I only have 2 hero points. Do I want one of these? Add 5 damage to non-hero ranged units in the army, 1 damage per intuition. Oh, that's massive. Recovery shot. When using this skill on a unit... So it makes him a healer? That's interesting. Guiding light. When a friendly unit defends, adds 3 defense to all units of the army. 1 defense per resilience. When in battle, 15 more experience. When gaining experience, give 10% more experience. 10% max health. Adds 3 extra max health per resilience. For me or for everyone? It doesn't say everyone, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to get this guiding light for extra damage. And that works off of our intuition, so we're going to bump our intuition 1. I think I like that. Maybe a complete and total mistake, but 5 damage to non-hero ranged archery. We have a massive archery army here. So that's 5 extra damage plus 7 extra damage per hit. That's going to be kind of crazy. 0 points in skill tree. Yeah, we figured all that out. Maybe I should have clicked the tutorial stuff instead of just hammering at it. But, you know. Alright, so they should be healing now. I kind of want to take one of these out and add an archery unit, but I don't... Can I build one? Units? There we go. Occultist infantry. 77, 92. Okay. 90, 128. So ideally what I want to do is build one of these, replace 2 of my little nanites. We'll set that up right here. If I add another archer, do this. We have plenty of money for that, and then we'll do that right there. Because we're not really using our money for much else. So I kind of like that as an idea. We're going to take our hurt little nanite guy. Oh, I can't move him. Can't move him either. That's fine. Army is without orders, so we will skip in turn. Oh, I didn't... Oops. Oh, I completely forgot to make them a protectorate. They are assimilated. Pacified villages. Oh, these are counselors I can have now? So that makes my cities basically unassaultable, is what that reads like. All right, idle army here. We're going to take you. We're going to move you. Oh, no, I want to split you out of the army. How do I do that? Oh. Transfer. Why did that not work? I need to left click. Okay, I need a... No, that didn't do it. Transfer selected units to one of your adjacent armies or create a new army on an adjacent empty tile. Okay, so I want to transfer you into this army. Cannot be done as there's not enough free slots. Okay, cool. Then how do I get enough free slots? Here. Okay, why didn't that work the first time? I'm very confused. Okay, there we go. You found a Said and Tail Curiosity, but discovered no rewards? Oh. Dang. Is it because of the unit I used, maybe? Alright, we're going to put you over here just to heal and do all that fun jazz. What do we have? Curiosity collected. Population available. For Xavius. That's Reefborn Longshore. Where's Xavius? Oh, the Xavius are these people. I'm sorry, I'm dumb. Oh, and we have over 100 of this. So let's attach to a city. Let's attach to Reefborn. What does that do? Alethel, Reefborn, districts. So from Reefborn, if I do communal habitations, okay, I can just boop, boop. Okay. Okay. I can live with that. So it literally makes it an extension of the city. Lords of the Amber Plains are pleased to make your acquaintance. You... Okay. Diplomacy.
Greetings, my lord. We are the Last Lords. Our society is built on trust and honor and chivalry. But do not mistake our virtues for weakness. We will do what it takes to survive. That is our right.
Yes, it is. Public opinion their population have on your empire. Okay, so they're not a big fan. How do we make them a bigger fan? Let's do a non-aggression pact. And hopefully that will... What are declarations here? What's a warning? Unjustified war, close borders, embrace symbiosis. Give the possibility for the non-aspects empire armies to walk faster and heal on Coral. Okay, so I'm basically saying, hey, I'm going to give you access to the bonuses on this. What's this indicator up here? Let's enact this decision.
Truly?
Yes, truly. And then let's do a non-aggression pact, and we'll send them 140 gold.
Agreed.
So we get a +5 now. Our people are kind of happy about it. We are playing diplomats. No includements you have to offer will meet their expectations. Okay. They don't really want to talk to us too much more. Send a compliment to cause a positive impact on public opinion of the other empire. The effect will last for several turns. I mean, we get so much diplomacy. I'm willing to do that. For a little better... Alright, we need to go up to this consortium because there's several of them. We still need to build more districts in Reefborn. Iron Games, champion of our times. Acknowledge. Okay, so how do I... Hero Circle. Okay. Recruit hero. Nice. Trade wins. Level 2 with 1 hero point. I said duck. Okay, archer, caster, defender, warrior. Okay, defender. Aspects. Archer. The Xavius, that's a warrior, and you're a caster. I really want to try the casters. Moral surgeon. Interesting. So what do I put as a... When this hero is fighting with their friend, they gain plus 20% damage. Holy! Okay. Level 5 before they can build a haven. Nemesis. Okay, I'm going to get so lost in these systems. And what I need to say is, and I need to make sure that this is clearly stated, when I say I'm going to get lost in these systems, I do not mean that in a negative trait. I mean that in a positive trait. There is enough here that I feel there is value. I mean, we can make them friends. I'd like to make them more. Oh, you have skill tree points. I don't even know what your... Oh, here's your skills. Ranged, ranged 4. Second wind. Friendly unit, 12 extra shield. 4 resilience, shield. Okay, so this person gives lots of shield. Great. Active skill. I'm not necessarily looking for an active skill. I'd rather a passive. When gathering a curiosity, gives plus 50 experience to all units. Oh yeah. No, that is 100% what's happening. Then I'm going to use her to go gather. Where you at, sister? Sorry, did that come off wrong? Okay. So, I want to go pick up him. And then this small army is going to go gather curiosities. Oh, Last Lord sent you a message. One could be said to be careless. Twice is a clear affront. Trespassers in the Lord lands against your peril. Am I... You repeatedly trespassed on the territories while their borders weren't open. Oh, I am so sorry. Can
find an
we...
equilibrium.
I am so sorry. How do I see... Oh, this is their borders. Okay. So, can I plant coral here and make it my borders? Probably not going to help with the aggression, is it? Okay, so let's take them over this way. How am I? Okay, multiple colored borders, but how am I supposed to know what that means? I guess maybe dotted line is borders like that, but I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I feel like that's not clearly defined anywhere. And maybe that's just dumb of me for not seeing it. Oh, we need to expand out this way. Holy, okay. Domain expansion. Alright, we're going to have you around for... Alright, you're out of their territory. You're getting out of their territory as quickly as I can get you there. Population gain. As soon as I can get you out of there, you are out of there. Alright, and we are exploring and exploring and exploring. You're going to be on more of a patrol path here. Your attitude has changed to friendly. Very nice. Diplomacy. Can I maybe get open borders?
Your Excellency.
Are they the money-hungry people? Is that what this is? Is that what's going on? Sending warning to negatively impact public opinion. Okay. Shared research. Science bonuses to cities in both empires. Yeah, we're going to do that. So that has to be the merchant team. Population scale bonuses. You know, enough population for the same type of benefit from population scale bonus. Or summary screen. Okay, we can have one more. Notables. Oh, that's nice. Okay, how do I... There's no seat on the council. Okay, that's what that is. Empire bonuses. People are happy. All right, we'll go from there. This should be finishing shortly. Okay, I expected that to go the opposite direction. Shame on me. I did not expect the land to extend. I expected the land to get covered. Tidefall occurs. The seas have receded. What dangers lie ahead? So, okay. Okay. Resource deposit. Curiosity. Okay, so we're going to bring you over here because now that I should be able to get into this, we're going to use you as a pacifying force. You're an exploration force. I'm content with that as a concept. And then we need more coral over here, honestly. So things are seasonal? Interesting. Oh, we resell bridge and build dam. Okay. Well, I mean, we definitely need a dam right there. Technologies. Where are we? This is discovery. I really feel like we're behind on science. So we're going to go that way. Right or wrong, I'm not sure. But we'll figure it out. Okay, what do we have here? Bridge. What about a dam? Communal habitation. Trading post. Oh, we still don't have a trading post? Laboratory. Forum. So is it a bridge and then a dam? Okay, cool. I can build that bridge there. I wonder if that'll count as a district. Dum 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 dum. Select the wish to recruit. Oh, okay. Those are Juggernaut unit. Where did this come from? I'm not mad. I just want to understand. Okay, and I can expand the city in that way. I want to do the same here. What landscaping options do I get here? Not landscaping. It was foundation. There we go. Was really hoping I could grab that, but... Nah, we're going to hold on. We're going to hold on. Because I want to make sure I have enough diplomacy to do anything I need to do here. And if they're not going to play nice, I'm literally just going to... Yeet! Plus 45 influence, plus... And that also gave us experience. And movement and everything else. Nice. that border? I'm assuming that somebody's there. See, and it's really hard now to know where my borders actually are. I like that. To be clear, one of the things about Civilization from a strategic standpoint is it reminds me of Risk. And when I say that, what I mean is you put yourself in a corner with the correct number of advantages and resources, and rooting you out's nearly impossible, and you can expand at will. The evolving map changes that mentality dramatically. And I appreciate that. I didn't even see this. I almost feel like, okay, and again, this might be because I am dramatically colorblind. I really can't see that. And I wish there was a way to more clearly designate that, what it was. Especially because that's part of my entire motif here. I literally moved them near that square and didn't see it. +35 dust, +15 influence. Oh! So, minor faction discovered. Hostile. Alright, so we're done going that way. With this person. But I might have a pacification team. Oh, I can't talk to you at all, can I? You're not in my territory. Okay. Okay. I get it. I get it. Easy enough. Easy enough. All right, and we are 6 turns from you being complete. We have to avoid dying here. I feel a spark of hope. The course will be renewed. Oh. We've encountered a new... And they want peace.
We are the swarm, and we will feed on this world. Do not stand in our way.
I mean... Why are you snarling at me? I was nice. Oh, they will do absolutely do not care at all for a non-aggression pact. Dang. Okay.
What of Sayada's future?
Since establishing new coral reefs has begun to look to the future, but the yields are unstable. Shadows loom. Not the future, all is known. Okay, these really need to be voiced. Like, I know that's a lot, and I know that there's probably a lot going on here. But, and don't... I think this role play is a unique part of how this game exists. And I love it. But I am struggling to sit here and read through all of this, where this could be a cutscene. Pacify 2 villages. We've done... There's no credit for what we've already done. I kind of don't like that. Okay. We are out looking for curios and other things. We are here. We want to come play. We will definitely be pacifying by any means. I wish with this here, like, I could offer to buy these. Or fight them, or something. So, can I drop coral right here? mean, I can, but no, I can't because it's... Never mind. Okay, this song, those chords and that humming literally just reminded me of the Warframe expansion that just came out. Oh, that is awesome. Okay. Idle City? Oh, do we not have anything going? Shame on me. We need one more improvement. All right, and then we're actually gonna... No, we're not gonna rush that. I was gonna say, we'll actually rush that. What does this look like? Because I could really use this cavalry right now. I am hoping they are not fast and cannot... Okay, we're good. I was very worried they were headed this way. We'll come talk to you. Diplomatic proposition is awaiting your answer.
For your consideration.
Shared research. I mean, sure.
Well done.
Strategic resources. Upgrading your units. Oh, we have to upgrade units? Hang on. Oh, boy. Okay. Okay. We're learning, boys. We are definitely learning. Research technology coral amplifier. Technology. Oh, that's what the unit specialization is. Okay. Okay. That increases their max damage and their defense and their health. Max damage. 4 tile radius, 3 tile radius, so +1 range. And the damage is already there. Ooh, okay, okay. Okay. I was hoping some of that was going to be explained, but I feel like, again, I feel like very similar to your Civilizations and other games, this is something that's going to, you're going to run across these things, and it just... Oh, interfaction discovered. Oh, way up there. Can I turn that off? Please. But only because it's confusing to me, not because it's negative. But it's one of those situations of I can barely tell what's going on my own screen. Ooh. Did we just land on a curio? And it leveled them? I mean, I'm not mad. Not mad at all. Oh, she gets access to the other person's equipment too. I understand now. It's interesting that the inventory is universal because I wasn't expecting that. Okay. Restore 25 health to this unit and adjacent when attacking. Persuasive Leader. Passive skill. Reduces the upkeep of non-hero minor faction units by 2 dust. Reduce this. Oh, so it just makes it super cheap. Increased experience. Okay, these feel like the same, except one is for intuition. Intuition, 3%. Which... Okay. We're gonna grab this because I don't understand it, and I want to. I know that sounds weird, but I'm hoping at some point to get into a fight with them. But I'm gonna need some more units to feel comfortable doing that. Them being level 3 helps. Can I do anything with these? Oh, that's in my territory. Okay, got it. Works. So I need to be looking for resources, like whatever this was down here. Where was that resource? Submerged. Oh, okay. So those resources are going to become unsubmerged. Impact crater. So if I go here, I was hoping to do, yeah. Those go to 0. That makes me sad. Okay, so we're going to do that. That'll become a new city. Where's our pacification team here? Ah, it's a lot of travel. Thankfully, that's easy. What was that sound, though? Okay, and we also need to now... We don't need that, but we definitely need that. Okay. What? Where did that go? Why is that? I am very sad. Okay. I'm very sad because I had hoped that that would be some kind of dialogue, and I think it was. Oh, what is that? Okay, there's a whole quest involved in this. Nice. Culinary guidance. That's quite a lot of shellfish. In fact, the idea had not occurred to me. I'm debating on best how to deal with this most incredible specimen. Just look at the tentacles. Approval. Lots of approval. Yeah, we definitely want to try to save it. If we cannot be kept alive, at least show the great monster some respect and death. I agree. The ruins must have sat on the seabed for ages. Weeds would have once floated. Barnacles. Soldier spots movement. Who goes there? I should ask you the same question. Stranger unknown. Ooh, after all, your soldiers trampled the site of great historical value. Tell me, why do you dig among the bones of dead civilizations? The Salisk are far from dead. Like many of us whose histories go far back, they are simply diminished, not extinct. So, what have you learned? Jarosite. My name is Jarosite. The elders claim the Salisk Empire once stretched across, magnifying in its cruelty. You can hardly imagine those thieves building anything more than hovels, but the site took a different story. Help me excavate. Prove you are not simply invaders, and I will tell you what I know. And enrich you in process to boot. Okay? Plus 20 influence income per pacified village under protectorate. Whoa! Okay. Plus 2 food on farm, minus 1 on laboratory. Adds beast slayers to all units. I want the peaceful mines. Endless deserts. The legends are unclear. Interesting. Tribe. Attack village. We'll parlay. We'll try the peaceful route. Make absolutely no promises though. Okay. We're going to end that turn. Vital, if you say it's urgent, speak now. I'm sure you'll agree the diplomatic standing of Longshore is, no, not what it could be. Such a great settlement, shining jewel. Unless we make more of an effort to impress foreigners, we cannot expect to get what we want from them. A great feast filled with aspect delicacies they'll never forget, or maybe a small purse for adding some flash to our facilities. I wonder if a well-armed military escort wouldn't have the same effect. Okay. Okay. A lavish feast, glamour. We have plenty of money, so... I think this is the way we're going to go with that. I'm happy with that. It'll be my pleasure. Okay, so now we have a ton of diplomatic favor stuff to play with. All right. Living only in the moment, they constantly searching for to assuage their craving for dust. Oh, these are the merchants. Dust runs low. A calling is coming. Listen, aspects. Build us a trading post so dust passes through our lands. If you do that, we won't cause any trouble. Okay. I don't know how to build a trading post. Okay. Okay, I'm trying to figure out what to do now. Okay. So this has almost reminded me of Against the Storm as well. Just in the way the choices go and in what you're trying to do. Trading posts. How do we do trading posts? So we need to go here, and we need to lock trading post. Technology requires markets. Okay, so let's go to technology. Is there a search? Markets. Where is that? Oh, okay, here we go. We're gonna put that to the forefront, and then we'll worry about everybody else later. Nice. Bingo. All right, that should put us. Oh. They want to attack? If I'd have known that, I wouldn't have gone there. It was 2 tiles away, and each unit loses 50% of his maximum health. Yep. We're gonna run. Okay. Hi.
We are the swarm.
I thought we already... Is this a second one?
World. Do not stand in
Is that what we're missing?
way.
Yeah, I think it is. Don't growl at me. Okay. Okay, evolve into camp. Claiming the territory, yes. And then evolve into a city. I acknowledge that. I acknowledge that. That's fine. Okay. Now, we need to get into that city and quickly. What is that? Another village? Okay, and we are going to come up here, and we are going to work on you, buddy. I was told to pacify. What's this victory? Your story so far. Okay, this is interesting. Current scores. That's us. Okay, interesting. So if it were to just end on score, we would be well ahead. Diplomatic score, technology score. Okay, so we're not as far behind on technology as I felt. I really felt like we were behind. Territory score. I wish I could break these into the different kinds of scores just to see. But I understand. All right, what is idle army? Hey! So we are not so weak here. Now, that also means this is freed up for us to be able to do different things. Nope, we don't want to spend the time or energy on that. It's not going to really give us anything. 3 food. That's rough. Science. Let's put this here. I feel like population is our problem with that. It might not be. I might just be dumb, and I'm okay with that. Population gain. Minor faction discovered. This faction is hostile. Imagine! Okay. Okay. Idle city or camp. Oh, it's not building anything. Imagine. All these just going to be +3. I'm not familiar enough with all the bonuses to really know what everything is. Okay. Intern. So they should besiege this city? That's kind of what I was hoping, is that this would be... Yeah. There's no reason... We're going to endure because I have reinforcements coming. There, now they'll show up as reinforcements, and that will make everything better. Idle army. Oh, okay, that's another whole turn. So, siege ongoing. Available reinforcements. Let's sortie. Confirm. Oh, I want away from these tree lines. Oh, interesting. Okay. All right, let's battle. What's... All right, let's look at her and what her active abilities are. That's an active skill. We are going to go here and we are going to defend. All right, that should be everything. That did almost no damage. Interesting. Oh, and my active skill didn't really do anything, did it? Dang. She is definitely tearing it up over here. Okay. That's interesting. What happens if I do... Oh, okay. So attacking them. Very nice. All right. This should be good. I'm starting to kind of understand how the combat thinks. So I should have changed what I did there. Is there a way to... Nope. Okay, so I should have been able to save their life, and that's on me. I don't think they're... Oh, I keep forgetting that's what that does. Okay. So what unit hasn't... Oh. Let's say, what unit hasn't gone? I might still be able to save their life. That was interesting that they turned to help. So we're going to move you over here. Okay. We are in great shape here. They're still going to kill that one. That's okay. I guess. Encircle. And this should be enough. We lost a single unit. Nice. Consumable. That was very nice. I very much enjoyed that. Oh, and she leveled up. She is quickly getting very powerful. Okay, when attacking, restore 25 health to this unit and adjacent friendly units. Restore 5 extra health per determination. That passive skill is broken AF because she healed the full in that fight. That's crazy. All right, deal 10 extra damage. That's an active skill. Active skill. I love the active skills. However, When outside of battle, 15 health regeneration to non-hero units in the army, 3 health regeneration per instance. Okay. Minor faction, 1 damage. So nice. When winning a battle, earns 25 science, 5 science per intuition. So, anything within range of her, is there a way to upkeep of non-hero minor faction units? Okay, that's only things that aren't from our faction. 10% critical chance to non-hero units of the army, 2% extra critical chance per intuition. Holy cow. So intuition is 8, that's 16, that's 26 critical chance. She's getting stronger than he is. What the heck? Almost want to put the two of them together. Okay. We want to bribe them, or no, we just want to... We literally just want to beat the snot out of them. So I'm actually going to substitute out this archer right here for this healer unit, because holy cow is that powerful. All right, folks. I think for the time being, I'm probably going to go ahead and close down stream. Now, I need to clarify something. I intend to continue playing this and recording and doing all of that jazz. I feel the need to entertain an audience while I'm live streaming like this that I'm not sure is good for my exploration of the game itself. Now, if you guys disagree with that, I would love to hear it in the comments on Twitch, on YouTube, literally anywhere, that you feel that this is of value and valid for folks. But I feel like it's relatively dry and boring because, again, I don't know what I'm doing, which means there's lots of discovery going on. Now, I do believe that there is a high value to this for the developers themselves, getting to see somebody's thought process, what they're doing, what they're seeing, what they're thinking. I truly believe that has a high level of value for them. So I do intend to still share this with them. But with that said, I greatly appreciate the folks that have stopped by, the folks that have talked, the folks that have just lurked. Thank y'all very much for being here. If y'all liked the content, if you'd like to see more, please leave a comment. I will absolutely be more than thrilled to add more of this sort of stuff and do more of these kinds of discoveries in live stream. I do not think this game is going to be one I stream a lot, unless you guys really love it, but that's not because I don't enjoy the game. It's actually quite the opposite. I'm going to sit and mindlessly fight at this game in ridiculous ways. So I am going to go ahead and save this one in case y'all come into the comments and tell me y'all like it, and I'm probably going to start another one. Potentially even the same race without a secondary race of the same type, so I'm less confused by what's going on. Thank you all very much. Have a great day, and I will see y'all later.